There are signals we send into the void, and signals that find us first. This is WREN signal. Some signals are never meant to be clear. November 24th, 1971. A man bought a plane ticket with cash, sat down quietly, ordered a drink, then passed a note to a flight attendant. The note said he had a bomb. Above the dark forests of Washington, the rear staircase of a Boeing 727 was opened, and the man who called himself Dan Cooper disappeared into the darkness. For over 50 years, no one has known who he was, but many people have hoped he made it down alive. Northwest Orient Flight 305, heading from Portland to Seattle. The man gave his name as Dan Cooper. He didn't shout, didn't threaten, didn't cause panic. He sat quietly, drank bourbon and soda, and waited. When the plane landed in Seattle, all passengers were released, in exchange for $200,000 and 4 parachutes. Then he ordered the pilots to fly on, and somewhere during that flight, he tied the money to his body, opened the rear staircase, and jumped out into the darkness. No one ever saw him again. The FBI committed enormous resources to the search. They combed forests across Washington and Oregon. No body, no parachute, no money. Until 1980, when a young boy found old banknotes along the Columbia River. When checked, they matched the serial numbers of Cooper's ransom money. Just that. Just a few bills. Nothing else. And that only made the questions larger. If he died, why was only some of the money found? If he survived, where did the rest of the money go? And where did he go? The strangest thing about D.B. Cooper is not his disappearance. It's what happened after. Americans did not see him as a criminal. They saw him as a legend. Films were made about him, songs written, books published. In the town of Ariel, Washington, there is an annual party held in his name. People gather, drink, laugh, and celebrate. A man the FBI spent over 45 years trying to find. Because for many people, D.B. Cooper was not just a hijacker. He was someone who did what many people dream of, walking away from everything, without leaving anything behind for anyone to follow. Some believe Cooper died in the forest that night, jumping in severe weather with no survival equipment, his body swallowed by a river, or lost in forest no one ever reaches. Some believe he survived and lived quietly somewhere as an ordinary person that no one ever suspected. Over the decades, dozens of men have claimed to be D.B. Cooper. Some made that claim on their deathbeds, but none have ever been proven. The FBI worked the case for more than 45 years before announcing in 2016 that they were closing the investigation. Not because they found an answer, but because they decided it was time to let go. D.B. Cooper may have died that night, or he may have woken up every morning since in a life where no one knew his real name. But what is more certain than either of those things is that he is still alive in the memory of people who never met him. As the man who jumped away from everything, into the night, into the storm, above the dark forest below, and disappeared, in a way that made some people never want him to be found. This was WREN signal. Some signals are never meant to be clear.